Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this bubu dress with a front slit and a collar. If this is something you'd like to know more about, please keep on watching and let's get started. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you'll get notified anytime I upload a new video. I have my Ankara fabric here and it is about 2 yards because I'm making a short dress. If you want it very long like your full length, you need about 4 yards or the style. And you need your plain fabric. Half yard is okay for the plain fabric. I have folded my fabric into 4 so that I can cut the front and the back together. So go ahead and fold your fabric into 4. And the first thing I'm going to do here is to mark a line across the fabric, and that line will serve as my starting line. I'll mark a neck depth of 1 inch for the back, and for the neck width I'm marking 3 inches. For the front, I'm using a neck depth of 8 inches. You can use 8 inches, 9 inches or even 10 inches depending on how low you want the neckline to be at the front, but don't go beyond 10. I'll mark the shoulder measurements divided by 2 plus ½ inch for seam allowance, and from that point I'll mark 10 inches for the sleeve length. From the sleeve measurements, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant and I'll connect it into the neck width. From the shoulder, I'll mark the bust line, which is at 11 inches, and I'll make a mark there. And from that point is where I'm going to mark the bust measurements divided by 4. After marking the bust measurement divided by 4, you are going to add at least 6 inches or 5 inches for ease, because it is a bubu dress, depending on how big you want your bubu dress to be. So I added 6 inches to mine, and from that 6 inches point, I'm just going to take it down with my ruler. Now from the shoulder slant, you are going to mark the sleeve opening. I'm using 10 inches for the sleeve opening, and I'm just going to connect with a curve towards this other line I have there already. And I'm just connecting the sleeve opening with a straight line. I am cutting out now, but I'll cut with the back neckline first. And while cutting the shoulder, I am going to add ½ inch allowance to the top. I'll separate the back from the front now so that we can work on the front parts. We used a neck depth of 8 inches for the front, so from that 8 inches mark, I'm going to mark 2 inches. I'm going to mark 2 inches from that point all the way down. After marking, I am going to connect it with a straight line. Now from the neck width, I am going to connect it to meet the 2 inches mark. I'll cut it out now. This is what we are going to replace with the plain fabric. I have placed the back on the table and I'm placing the front part on it. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and join the shoulder together. The shoulder of both the front and the back together. I'm just going to join it with ½ inch seam allowance there. So I'll just go ahead and join that now. I am done joining the shoulder here and I went ahead to overlock it. So this is what I have there. The next thing I'm going to do now is to fold my fabric like this and get the center back. I'm going to notch the center back. From the center back now, I'm going to measure what I have all the way down till I get to the front, till I get to the end of the front. The measurement I get there is what I'm going to use to cut out the plain fabric. You will notice that this fabric is different from the one I showed you from the intro. I decided to go in with this color instead of the one I showed you earlier. I have cut out the plain fabric and the width I have there is 6 inches. The length I cut out is the measurement I showed you from the center back all the way to the front. So now I added interfacing to this fabric and you're going to cut 2 of these. The second one will serve as the lining. So you're going to use the same fabric as your lining. I'll go over to the sewing machine now and stitch the top with 1/2 inch so we can join both fabrics together. I am done stitching here and I went ahead to mark a line across the center of the plain fabric. The next thing I'm going to do now, from the center back, I'm going to measure up to the front neck depth. You know we marked 8 inches as the front neck depth, so take that measurement from the center back up to the 8 inches mark. And you're going to mark that same measurement on the plain fabric. So mark it on the plain fabric and make a mark there. Another measurement you are going to take now is where you want your slit to start. So you can decide to take it from the center back up to where you want your slit to start in front. So that is what I am marking now. And once I get where I want the slit to start, I'm going to take note of the measurements there and I'm going to mark that same thing on the plain fabric. So from the center back again, I'm marking it on the plain fabric here and I'm going to make a mark. From the first point to this second point here, I'm going to run a stitch there at the center. I'm just going to run a stitch at the center there and I'll bring it back and show you. I am done running the stitch now and I'm just going to flip it to the right side. You can see that the collar is already taking shape. I'll just take it to the ironing table now and iron it properly and I'll bring it back. This is after I was done ironing, and at this point you can test this collar. You can wear it now and see if it really passes over your head without any difficulty. If it is not okay, that means you have to bring the stitch down by 1 or 2 inches. But if it is fine, you can now attach it to the dress. You are going to match the center back of the dress to the point on the collar where you have the stitch. The part where you join the collar together, where you have the stitch, is where you are going to pin to the center back of the dress. And from that point, you're just going to pin the dress with the collar all the way around till you get to the end. After pinning, you are going to stitch with 1/2 inch all the way around to secure the collar with the dress. I'll go ahead and do that now and I'll bring it back and show you. This is it after I was done fixing the collar, and you can see how it is looking nice. Now I'm just going to open it up like so and just bring in the piece of fabric I cut out to attach to the sleeves. So the width I cut out here is 2.5 inches and it is on fold. So now I'm just going to attach it to the sleeve. I'm just going to pin it together like so and use 1/2 inch to stitch it. After that, I am going to fix in the pockets. I have already cut out my pockets and this is it here. I cut out 4 pieces. If you don't know how to cut a pocket, I'm going to put a video in the description box so that you can watch how to cut a pocket. From the shoulder line, you're going to measure your shoulder to waist measurement plus 1 inch, and from that point you're going to mark 7 inches for the pocket opening. To go ahead and notch those 2 points, that is where you'll be placing the pockets. So now place the pockets right side facing each other and use your pin to secure it down. Whatever you do on this side, you're going to do it to the other side. So you are going to fix the pockets the same way you are doing to the side. Now after pinning, you're just going to go ahead and stitch with 1/2 inch to secure the pockets in place. Yeah, I'm done joining the pockets to the dress, and this is what we have. So now the next thing is to join from the armhole all the way to the down part. So I'm just going to mark it now from the armhole. You're going to stitch with 1/2 inch all the way till you get to the pocket opening, and you go in by 1/2 inch and stitch around the pocket. By the time you get to the end of the pocket, you're going to come out by 1/2 inch also and continue your stitch to the end of the dress. And you are going to do the same thing to the other side also. This is it after I was done joining, and I went ahead to overlock the raw edges. I have folded the down part with 1/2 inch, and at this point the dress is ready. If you have watched up to this point, thank you for sticking to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please turn on your notification bell so you'll get notified anytime I upload a new video. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.